If you're watching this video, you're probably trying to add more high-paying plumbing jobs to your calendar. In this video, I will show you the exact roadmap and process that I use to get my plumbing clients 25 new jobs on average every single month. And for those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Noah Igler, and I help local service businesses get more high-paying clients by appearing at the top of Google. So why SEO? Well, there's a monthly average of 724 people searching for a plumber or plumbing services on Google in every major US city. You can be getting at least 1/3 of these searches as calls every single month. And if you close even 1/6 of those calls, that results in 40 new plumbing jobs in one single month. Another advantage is that leads you get from Google are higher quality than any other sales channel. These leads have a higher lifetime value because they are already searching for your services, not just being spammed by one of your Facebook ads. The main difference is they actually need your services versus just wanting them after seeing your advertisement. And as you know, need intent is a lot stronger than want-based intent. And then really the third major positive to SEO leads is that they're all inbound. So instead of you chasing down leads, they come straight to you. So we get why SEO is important, but why do you need to rank number 1 specifically? Why is page 1 not good enough? So around 85% of these potential plumbing clients searching on Google only click on the top 3 results. So if you are anywhere after the 3rd result, you are practically invisible on Google search. So there are 3 main places that you need to rank in order to capture all of these leads. We will be focusing in this video on number 2 and number 3, but I will touch on number 1. So the first section is the sponsored section. As you can see here, it gets around 10% of the clicks. This is where your Google PPC or search ads will be placed. So you rank here by running Google search ads. We really won't discuss Google ads in this video. I'll be making different videos on those in the future, but generally just target your service keywords and general plumbing keywords like plumbing near me, plumber, emergency plumber, etc., and be very specific with your service area in the map radius. So here's an example of Google ads that we run for one of our plumbers. We brought them 45 plumbing leads at a price of $7.60 per call with Google PPC. And this is over a 30-day period with just a $400 spend. So very good results there. There's a lot of potential with Google ads. Number 2 is the map pack. This is the top 3 results. As you can see here, the map pack gets nearly 50% of all the clicks on Google. And this is with your Google business profile. So this is not having to do with your website. These are your Google business profiles that are ranking in the top 3. And around 60% of all your phone calls from Google will actually come from the Google business profile. So this profile has massive potential. And the third section is the organic website section. So you can see here, it gets around 30% of the clicks. To rank here, you need to do website SEO, and this is where the other 40% of all the Google leads will come from. All right, let's jump into how to rank higher on Google. So step 1 is keyword research. You really can't do SEO without knowing what keywords are best to target. Many plumbers don't know which keywords are actually worth their attention, and so a great keyword refers to a keyword with high search volume and lower competition. Here are the most searched plumbing keywords in almost all local markets. And this is what I've seen with, plumbers that I've worked with in 3 or 4 different markets. So the first is near me keywords. These are your plumber near me, emergency plumber near me, plumbing near me, clogged drain near me, drain clearing near me, etc. And then you have the location keywords. So this is the city related keywords. So you'll have plumbing in Austin, or plumber Austin, emergency plumber Austin, plumbing Austin, clogged drain Austin, drain clearing Austin, etc. It's difficult to actually optimize your website or Google business profile for near me keywords, but there are a few tricks, and these rankings will come naturally. It is a lot more simple to target location keywords. So step 2, website SEO. To be able to convert traffic into paying plumbing clients, you need to set up your homepage correctly. Think of your homepage as your money page. This is where almost 90% of your website leads will come from. So here's the layout that I use for plumbing homepages for my own clients. So we have the nav bar, then we have the hero section with a lead magnet, then a quick short about statement or a little section on your process. Then you outline the main services and they'll all link to different pages. Then you can have a process section. Then you can have pricing, and for a lot of services under your plumbing services, you might not want to have pricing. This is totally up to you. Then you'll have results and reviews, FAQs, and then a footer with your information and your Google business profile. So here's a really good example of a plumbing site that converts like crazy. As you can see here, we have the navigation bar, super simple. Services have a drop down to all the main services. There's a service areas page, which links to all the service area pages. We'll get into that in a second here. We then have the hero section with the lead magnet. And then we have a quick little section on the process here. And then you get into the primary services. So here's what shows Google, but also your clients, all the services you offer, and why you should rank for those keywords. You then have the Google reviews. So these you should be pulling from your Google business profile, make it legit, and people trust these more than any other type of review. Then we have the about section. So the business here has a little bio on their business and kind of where they started from and their skills. And then you have the contact section. So this page doesn't have the FAQs, but on other pages, I would assume they do. This is a really good contact form. Just kind of lets people fill out their different services they're interested in. And, I use something similar for all my clients, so this converts really well. And then finally, you have the footer with the Google business profile embedded, super important here. You have the service areas in the footer. These are all clickable. You have the services, you have schedule your appointment, you have your name and your address and your phone number. The next section is that location page setup. So the way that it should work is you build out kind of a site architecture or hierarchy of different location pages. So you'll have your general service areas page. You'll then have different city level or county level pages in which, and those will break down into different city pages. And then under each city page, you can have multiple service pages. So this could be emergency plumbing. This could be drain clearing. This could be, sewer repair. This could be, gas line repair, all under the same city. And that shows Google, okay, they service this city and this area, and they also have these specific service pages for that city. So they must be some sort of, authority within this location. They're super relevant. Let's help them rank for these keywords. This is the type of result we want our users on Google to find. Taking stands, heating, air, plumbing, electrical, for example here. You can see the service areas page here, and then if we click on one of these, we'll click on the Austin one, or it looks like that one's not set up, but we'll click on the Buda one. Then they have their different services within that location. So they have information here on the location, but then they also have different services within that location. So we can go to the specific plumbing page. This could be, in your case, emergency plumbing. And then you can see they have a discount. They're probably running ads to this page, hence this. And they have all this locational information. We can even get more specific, sewer line replacement, and it leads you to different service pages. So what this shows Google is, they must be an authority in this area. They have all this locational information. Let's help them rank because this is exactly the type of result that we want to show our users. We want relevant results. So the next section is on-page SEO. How do you optimize your pages to help them rank on Google? So let's just take a look at Stan's homepage here. Using a SEO extension called Detailed SEO, you can get it for free on Chrome or Firefox. We can look at the title, the description, the headers, everything. So we're just looking at their title. Looks like they're looking to rank for heating specialists or HVAC and plumbing. So the goal here is to put your primary target keyword in the title, in the meta description, so you can see here, and then also in the headers. So the way it works is there's different tiers or hierarchy of headers or headings on your page. There should be only one H1 header. This is the most important, and here you want to have your target keywords to show Google what you want to rank for. So another thing to be aware of is the word count on your page. I suggest aiming for 2,000 to 2,500 words on your homepage or your money page. The reason for this is it helps Google understand why they should rank you. So it gives you more opportunities to incorporate your keywords naturally instead of just spamming your keywords like crazy, which I don't recommend. that will actually hurt your rankings. Finally, it gives you more time to provide social proof, essentially. Cool. So we already went over how to optimize the footer of your website. You want to make sure that you have your Google Business Profile embedded. You want to make sure that you have your name, address here, and phone number. And a couple more notes. Having a fast page speed is incredibly important to ranking number one for actually two reasons. The first is that Google doesn't want to rank pages that are slow. They don't want to be providing their users on Google slow loading pages because people don't like those. And then also, users are turned away from slow loading websites. Simple as. So to accomplish a fast page speed, we want to make sure that images are compressed and you're using lazy loading. There's a lot more that can be done on the technical side of things, but that's for a whole other video. And then also ensure that the following are set up correctly. So pages are correctly canonicalized, and then you also have the proper schema markup. So you can click here. You can essentially click what type of thing you are, what type of business you are, local business. Fill this out. It'll give you schema code, and then you can put that into your website, or if you're using WordPress or Webflow, there's plugins to do so. Real quick, I'm actually doing 3 free SEO audits this month where I will expose all the things that are holding your business back from ranking number one. And then I'll also help you build a strategy to climb to the top position. If you're interested, book a free consultation with me at the first link in the description, and I'll talk to you soon. Step 3, how to rank in the map pack. This is probably what most of you were waiting for, so let's jump right into it. So now let's walk through how to optimize your Google Business Profile or your Google Business Listing or Google My Business, it's all the same, to rank in the map pack or that top 3 section on the search results. So most plumbers that I speak to actually think that your Google Business Profile is just a set and forget thing. You just put your title, you upload some photos, and you're good to go. That couldn't be further from the truth. Ranking your Google Business Profile is not just luck. There are a few major things that you can do to actually appear above the other plumbers in your local area. So let's start simply by optimizing your Google Business Profile. In the title, you want to include your primary keyword if possible. Now, I'm going to have a massive asterisk here. Only include your keyword if it's in your business name already or if it's not too much of a stretch. Otherwise, Google's algorithm might flag you. The reason that I say that is because if your business name is just Stans, but on your profile, on your Google Business Profile, you have Stans, air conditioning, heating, plumbing, electrical, and more, and drain clearing, people are going to look at that and either report your business profile or Google might. So be careful. Don't make it too much of a stretch. If your business name is Stans, you could just call it Stans Plumbing. And that's going to help you a lot more by having your keyword in there. So in the description, you also want to include your primary keyword, also the pain points that you solve, and then actually how you solve them. And then also just include some social proof. We've been active for this many years. Our plumbers have this much experience. One thing to note is that Google only displays the first 250 characters of your description without having to click read more. All right, so the services section. Just add all of your sub-services you offer. That's going to be under the edit services section. For photos, only upload high-quality photos or videos each month, and you want to make sure to geotag your photos and videos in your city to confirm with Google that these are actually from our location. So I recommend using tool.geoimgr.com. You'll just pretty much sign in with Google, drop your photos in. You will manually put in your coordinates and your target keyword, super simple, and then it'll say write exif file, and you just go through, download them, and then upload those to your profile. Cool. The next section is that you can actually add products to your page. So you can add your main services as your products. So I would add drain clearing, sewer line repair, gas line repair, emergency plumbing, all those things as products. Next, you can add a Q&A section. All right, so you can look at just plumbing near me, and then these keywords are going to be what you want to create Q&As on, as well as just common FAQs that you have. So add those into your profile as Q&As. You can add the answers as well. For posting, you want to post 2 times a week with discounts or business updates, as well as any sort of specials or information that you're running. And in those posts, include keywords, include hashtags with your keywords, and include a post visual, and then also have a call now button on each single post. on every single post. Next and last is name, address, phone number, or NAP. It's super simple, but just ensure that you have the correct name, address, and phone number on your profile. All right, arguably the most important part of Google Business Profile SEO, that is reviews. So step one is to print out a QR code that clients can scan to leave you a Google review in less than 2 minutes. Here's a really good example of one that another plumber is using on Google. I just found this on Maps. For my clients, we use something quite similar. So you want to train your team to always ask kindly for a review in person right after the job. Make it super simple. Just suggest that each client mentions the work that you did for them in their review. This is huge because it shows Google that users have actually confirmed the services you offer and have given you good reviews on those services. Why this printout is so good is because it has the QR code, tells them to simply scan it with their smartphone, and to mention the type of work that you did for them in the review. This obviously touches on what we talked about right here. So if you or your team don't actually meet with the client in person at the end, sometimes plumbing clients are busy, you're working on their house and you leave when they're already gone. So you can set up an SMS or email follow-up system to ask those clients for reviews. And then also provide incentives to people who are resistant. So people who are super busy or say, no, I don't have time for that. Offer them 10 or 20% off their next service with you just for a review. And I promise it will pay dividends. And then also respond to all reviews, whether it's good or bad. For good reviews, say something like, thanks for the kind words, Josh. We're happy our emergency plumbing in Dallas was able to clear your clogged drain. For bad reviews, just clear the air and offer to resolve the issue offline. Tell them to contact you, give them a call, or give you, an email and get back to you. We cannot forget local citations. Set up profiles in local and national business directories to build authority and increase your trust signals with Google. So, for example, if I was a plumber in Austin, Texas, I would probably build profiles on about 200 local directories, but I'm just going to show you 3 examples right here. So we have, first of all, the Austin Chamber. Super simple. Join the chamber, set up a profile. Make sure you use your correct name, address, and phone number. And another example is this. So you can pretty much just set up a profile in here, and then people can actually find your profile, but really nobody's going to be finding your profile. This is more to show Google that you're authoritative and trustworthy. Now you have 2 options. Option 1 is to learn how to do this all yourself, which will take you months or maybe even years of your time. It'll cost you thousands of dollars in testing and maybe courses, and it might build a level of distrust if it doesn't work out for you in what I consider to be the best type of local marketing for any local business, all with the chance that you don't see any results. Or option 2, you can work with me and rank number 1 guaranteed. You heard me. I will guarantee that you rank in the top 3 results on Google within 180 days of working with me. This will result in 150 new phone calls each month, 75 new qualified leads every month, potentially 25 new plumbing jobs monthly, more high-paying plumber leads, and an extra 5 or 6 figures in monthly recurring revenue just from SEO or Google. The best part? You won't waste any of your own time figuring it out. I will get you ranking in no time so you can get results like this. Going from ranking this poorly to ranking this well, this resulted in a $19,000 landscaping lead from SEO. And here's an example for a plumber out in Kennewick. You can go from ranking like this to ranking like this, number 1 overall. This added around $65K monthly recurring revenue for this plumber. If you're interested in learning how I can grow your plumbing business, book a free consultation with me at the first link in the description. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. This helps me help more awesome plumbers like you. And if you have any questions or comments at all, leave them in the comment section below and I'll be sure to get back to you.